like a Y. Oh,
Okay.
you got that, Chris? You got it?
I finally get it, buddy. But
Good.
go ahead, Jim. Continue saying.
Let's do this. It's a really cool thing that both things happened because the Yoli spirit was rooted from that when we first started. It was through the culture of the Aloha spirit of everybody being connected, the welcoming, the love that we have for everybody, and that's how this BLP movement really started here. So we want to make sure we continue that thread and give you guys a huge warm aloha hug, a BLP hug. And before we begin, I want to really bring on this gentleman here, Chris Medina. You guys all know who this guy is, right? He does not need any introductions whatsoever, but he's going to get one. Why? Because I get the honor of doing it. So I've known this gentleman for, my goodness, 16 years, maybe 15, 16, in the summer. And I've actually heard of him prior. Um, but we really got connected during our first maybe year or so, or year or two in Yoli, and we became very close, like brothers. If you would see our past pictures from way back when, if sometimes Facebook kind of posts up reminders of 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, you'll always see the Three Musketeers, right? And I don't have to go tell you who's the third one, right? But Big Canal is right over here, and the three of us would travel, you name it, and that other fourth one would be Ronnie Cruz, technically. But Chris, Canal, Ronnie, the four of us would be traveling to our to different cities, and Ronnie would get there any way possible, right? Train, bus, I mean, hitchhiking, you name it. He's finding his route there. Chris Medina would do whatever he can to make it happen, and of course, Kinao himself. And we really created a really core group of leadership, and that's one thing that's stood the test of time, is that the culture that's within our organization is really strong. Is because the friendship is strong. A lot of you guys are here because of certain individuals, because of those friendships, because of those relationships. And I just want to say thank you for harnessing that, because it's very important. It's something that we cherish. Our reputation is gold. Our reputation is our name. You know, one of the things about Hawaii that's so strong is that if you did something, guess what? We know where you live, and I know your uncle too. And that's the thing about this. And our Yoli culture is like that because we're so family oriented. We bring our friends, our family. When you start, you're making your list, and you're like, "Who do I invite to our parties? Who's the top 5 people are you writing in your list? My uncle, my auntie, my brother, my sister, right? That's the thing." And because of that, Yoli truly means to live. But I like to say is to live with family, because it's one of these core leadership values that I believe in. And for me, it's family number one. And here I look at our Yoli Ohana, or our Yoli family here. And I'm just so proud to be here. I'm so proud to introduce this gentleman here, because he is the killer. We call him the machine, right? Well, I call him the T1000 now. He's the Terminator, the killer. He comes in here and he talks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, different accent, but you know what I'm talking about, right? He just comes in and he just dominates. He just makes it happen, and that's what one thing I respect about Chris. He's a brother. He's a compadre of not only from me to him and him to me, and even though Kinau's grandfather number 15 and I'm number 16, regardless of the fact, we are true to the core, is because our friendships are stronger than anything else. Our blood is thicker than anything else. So without further ado, I want to bring on my brother here, Double Blue Diamond, who is killing it right now, and leading the charge of this huge, massive momentum, even before we get the product, Mr. Chris the Terminator. I just changed your name, Chris. You're no longer the dragon. Chris the Terminator Medina. Take it away, Chris.
All right, Gene. Thank you so much for that. Why, my goodness, Terminator. All right, guys. So I'm gonna share my screen. So we're gonna kick it off directly. This one, just a reminder to everybody. Guys, so if you're gonna do some sacrifices, I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best sacrifice you're gonna do to yourself and to your team. please attend, and register to our Vision Conference. So there are a lot of stuff that we will be announcing, and it will take Yoli to the next height. There's no hype on that. Eugene and I, with Wendy and some of the founders, we've been, brainstorming a lot, on how we can deliver more values to our Yoli Nation come conference. So imagine, guys, we're picking up momentum right now without announcing the big stuff yet for conference. So guys, register. It's not too late, and guess what? Bring as many people as you can. All right, so I posted this one to one of my wall, and because we are so fortunate tonight, guys, that we have 4 spanking brand new diamonds now that will be share the story on, but I'm gonna start with this quote in here, that leaders are the blazers who guide and inspire their teams by setting the direction and leading from the front. And without the leaders, guys, it's so hard for us to create, momentum. And I commend a lot of you guys, especially those people who are running to a diamond, because you cannot hit into the diamond position without your team supporting you. So with that being said, let me start recognizing everybody from our core rank of our comp plan, the brick of our comp plan, the star rank. So congratulations to Judith and Jeff Donitan. They're from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we have also Judy and Cliff Ablang. So if I'm not mistaken, they're from California. All right. So, and then of course we have silver. So this is a good help to rank advance to one of our diamond. We have Gailey and Jen Perez, congratulations for hitting silver. And, the gold rush, since we implemented the planning of the gold rush, guys, we're seeing really a lot of gold rank advancement. So these are our fellow gold rank members in the Philippines. We have Henrylene Crisostomo, the sister of our amazing Arlene Verdad. She's from the Philippines. And also our amazing Doctora Rowena Robeno. You've been seeing her, guys. She's been killing it, in the BBR challenge, and even to, the monthly performance bonus. And she's been on the leaderboard. And I won't be surprised that she will be one of our next diamond, right? So now, shifting to a lot of our Ohana family, our Polynesians, members and partners, congratulations to Semesi Pao. So I apologize if I butcher again your name, guys. Get used to that. So hopefully I'll get
I feel I'm speaking all these Filipino last names. You know what I mean? Now
I know. So we have Illinois Sapi or Sapai. Okay, go.
Saafi.
Congratulations. What's that, Safi?
Eleanor Saafi and
Saafi.
Semisi Pau.
All right, so you need to pronounce, there's no silent letter on that, okay? And then we have Gerald Brown. This is easy. That's the easy one. Congratulations. This is the other half or better half of Fayana. And of course, guys, after the gold, the next big rank advancement, the first level to our leadership ranking, we have platinum rank. Jocelyn and Jan Kaba from here in Jacksonville, Florida. They're both registered nurses. And another registered nurses couple, Arlene and Abet Verdad. They're from California. So one thing I can tell you guys, if you have a team, especially in a basketball team, you need to pick Arlene as one of your team members. You know what? She knows how to deliver in the last minute. I've been working with her for the past few months, and sometimes the team is having this anxiety. Will she shoot it? Last minute, guys. He always delivered this big volume last minute. But again, when she will tell you that, let me do it, and then you need to give that ball because she will deliver. And she did a lot of contribution, almost 40% in our volume in terms of the rank advancement of our new diamond. So Arlene, congratulations, and she will be our next diamond for sure. No, I have no doubt with these people. And guys, when I texted Kinao and Eugene, I told them, guys, can you imagine, in less than a month, the team of the Diamond Elite, was able to forge 7 brand new diamonds. So I want you to ponder that one, guys, just for a minute. 7 brand new diamonds in less than a month. Started with one person and then eventually started to create. And you know what, guys, we've been into this kind of position. I know what we're gonna happen next. The question is, who will be the next one?
Yeah, it's offered here in America.
So,
They offered spot in the Philippines.
all right, so mute yourself.
There's
All
recruitment.
right, so now, before we're gonna bring in our diamonds guy to be interviewed, I posted this one in my wall this morning, because a lot of people that we have some challenges. And I remember, some of the teaching of Jim Rohn. So he mentioned about the same wind blows on us all. And that's so true, guys. The wind of disaster, the wind of opportunity, the wind of change. But he said, however, it is not the blowing of the wind that determines your future, but the fundamental task of setting our sails. Okay, so the diamond, guys, is same thing now. If you look into the challenges of of these people, and you can hear some commonalities when they speak about their story, the struggles of these people. But I can tell you guys, the first thing that they did, they made a decision. Because you cannot just hit this kind of rank, because majority of the people, they will look into when everything is ready. That's not what commitment is all about. If you say, oh, I have a lot of people on this leg and it's running, then which is good. I'm not saying that's bad, but for the leaders, guys, sometimes you're gonna go to uncharted course when you deliver it, and there's a lot of uncertainties, and that's how you stretch yourself and turn to become a good leader. If you take your challenges, and your team will buy into what you believe in. All you need to do is lead them properly by setting the right example. So diamonds are formed in the earth mantle, guys, until the great pressure and heat was formed. So that's why we're gonna have some diamonds. And with that, guys, I just wanna do some quick recognition. I don't wanna steal the thunder. We're gonna interview them. So this is just recently. We have 4 diamonds we'll be showcasing tonight. We have Fayana Brown, in Salt Lake City. And of course, we have Sela and Semisi Pao Yu. I said Pao Yu, Pao Yu.
Good
All
enough.
right. And then, of course, this is easy. Scott and Karen Davis, Hit it. We have Anthony and John Toledo out in California, our brand new diamond team. Guys, let me stop sharing my screen. I have the honor to bring in our first diamond. So we'll give them a couple of minutes, to talk and share about the experience. And I want you to take notes, guys, and listen to them. Because there's some commonalities about all these diamonds where they're able to hit. And I would like to ask my amazing friend who just celebrated her, I think, 25th birthday, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. Joanne, welcome to the call.
Hi, Chris. Good evening. Hi
Good
to everybody.
evening. So I know Anthony is kind of shy. Maybe he can say hi if he's available, whatnot. So good evening to you. You just get off from work?
Yeah. An hour ago.
Okay, cool. So Joanne, tell us a little bit of your short, story, how you get started with Yoli, because I know we have brand new people in here. So give us some of your, overview and how you get started. I know that one of your kumare, Ruby, is really the one pushing for you to get involved.
All right. So it all started 9 years ago, right? That was in 2015, summer 2015. I went back to Chicago to visit some of our friends, right? And then of course, I met with my kumare Ruby Castro, right? And she mentioned about Yoli, and at that time it was still, we were still watching some DVDs, right? So she handed me some DVDs to watch when upon my return in Sacramento. So I didn't watch it until after a month after that, and I did call her and I told her, oh, I think I wanted to try this. So I was ready and even asked her, do I sign up as a customer or do I sign up as a member? So of course she recommended, being a member, because being a nurse, of course, you have a high income, so it would help with, with taxes purposes, right? So I did sign up as a member because I know it would help myself, my husband Anthony, and the whole family as well. So, and that was the start of everything. And aside from the physical transformation, of course, the emotional transformation is one big advantage for me. I became to know Jim Ron, right? I really like Jim Ron. My car became a mobile library because, I was able to collect some CDs, books, all those, books about positive mindset and everything. So that was really big for me because, of course, life is a struggle, right? With 3 kids.
Yeah.
I gained a lot of weight because of that, working so much overtime because you wanted to pay off everything, right? Mortgage, and how to, give, because my kids are into a lot of activities as well. So you want to pay for them. So, and I ended up, not taking care of myself. I ended up just taking care of them and, just neglecting myself really. So I ballooned to like 170 pounds at that time. And the physical transformation was like lost at least 30 pounds or more. And until now, I have kept it off. And that's the one great thing about Yoli. You know where to go. If you fall back, there's always Yoli, that will always help you with your health goals. So that's really an advantage for me. And yeah, and until now, we're still here. Right. But of course, we know that life is a roller coaster. We struggle, right? There's up and down. And we've been wanting to go up that stage every time we attend the convention, right? Or our conference. And now, yeah, it's really a dream come true. And it was my 50th birthday yesterday. So I wanted a diamond, but I got a different diamond better than all of the diamonds because it's really better because I have this here. I have this diamond here.
All right, that's cool.
Now off the table and got this few years back, even before the pandemic. So I keep looking at this all the time. And of course, you have to visualize, right? But yeah, so I visualize, and we made a plan, of course, with Chris Medina and Ruby Castro, Arlene. So yeah. So that's why we're really, really grateful.
So you've been in Yoli, Joanne, for what, 8 or 9 years now, right?
I started end of August 2015.
Okay, so let me ask this question because we have a lot of people also on that kind of belongingness to Yoli for several years. So what do you think about it? What's the common thing that hold back people to do it? Like what you did in the diamond, because you've been in Yoli for a while. So what are if you can tell us a 1 or maybe 2 reason that sometimes it holds you back of doing it, and why this time now that you decided to do it?
One thing really, because like me and my husband, right? Most of the members here in Yoli are, most are nurses too, and they have a full-time job. So sometimes you have enough for yourself and for the family because you have a full-time job to fall back to, right? You have that monthly income. So doing business, doing Yoli on the side, it's just like an icing, right? It would help you out, aside from helping people as well, right? So that's why when things happen, you kind of forget, right? So you don't have that momentum, especially when that pandemic happened. That kind of affected everybody, especially us as well. But but one good thing is you always have the support of everybody, of your family, of your friends and family in Yoli. So you always have something to go back to. So I think that's one thing, because we're not full-timers in Yoli. We have our own job, and it's just kind of easy to forget about it. That of course you're using the product, but then you're not actively sharing because sometimes you have a reason. Oh, I'm busy. I can't do this. Or sometimes you have this, self-limiting beliefs. I think that's one thing about me as well. I always, she's busy. She's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna do it. Right. But my friend Ruby Castro always tell me, Jo, Mare, okay, stop doing that. Just share. Because the answer that you'll get it will just be yes or no, right? That's the only thing that they're gonna tell you. Are they willing to join or they're not gonna join at this time? And one thing I've learned about the mountain retreat that I've attended last July, right? With Richard Book, he said, just share. And if they say no, move on to the next. There's always a lot of people on your list, right? So, yeah, and that just keeps me going, the support of everybody, right? So
Yeah, so you're right on that one, that the self talk, the negative self-limiting belief is really sometimes will put us down. And I know, with Joanne, we took her and her husband to the mountain retreat, and that's really a big help, guys. So for you out there, events really help a lot because it's solidified. I don't think without them attending that event, they will be on this position right now. Because that event triggers, their belief, just like what she said, she learns a lot of stuff in there, and then being, surrounded with people with like-minded, and plus Richard Brooks in there. So that was one of the trigger, guys, that, and then of course, now when she saw Sela start doing it, and everybody started doing that. All right. So again, Joan, thank you so much. Congratulations to you and Anthony. I know this is just the beginning of your amazing journey. So I'm gonna bring in, my compare here. Been working with this gentleman for more than 15 years. We've been through the highs and lows of building this business, but he will be tasked to bring in a couple of our brand new diamonds. So the big Jedi Master, Eugene Hong. Take it, everybody.
Chris, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, what a treat. Joanne, wow. And Ruby Castro. I tell you, Ruby is amazing leader that I've known for a long, long time in Chicago, and she never quits. She's always there. She's at every event. She's somebody you can depend on. And if you have a mentor like that, Ruby Castro, you're in good hands. I just want to say, Ruby, thank you again. You are amazing. You never cease to amaze me. So that's amazing. Thank you for that. Wow. So with all this diamond popping out like popcorn, it's insane what's going on right now. And like Chris said, you don't even need the product. We don't even have the new product yet. It just shows you that one of the key main element here in building your own network marketing business is belief, right? We come in the business because of hope and we stay for belief. Okay. We hope we can become diamonds. We hope we can get a great transformation like Joanne did, lost 30 plus pounds and whatnot, regardless of how many years you've been doing this right now. When you have a physical transformation, when your belief level goes up, it's going to create that excitement. It's going to create that energy. It's going to create that result, right? And this person here that I'm about to introduce has that pizzazz, has that power, that 1-2 combo punch that's going to knock you out. I mean, this lady here is a very powerful woman, and meeting her for many of the years, and I'm just glad that she's, back on the rodeo, back on the trip, and make this happen, because they say if you do it twice, it's sweeter the second time around, right? But this person here, I knew, from long time ago that she has a purpose, and we're grateful that she's here. Their family is very talented family, and wherever she goes, she makes noise, and we're proud of her accomplishment. I'm just grateful that she's here with us, and to cut things short, I mean, she is really, I could say, somebody that I cheer for in the background. And it's somebody that I've had many one-on-ones with, and many late nights, and I remember times where we're talking the wee hours. I mean, it's seriously at some of these incentive trips or at a hotel party or whatnot. She brings her A game wherever she goes. So without further ado, I want to bring on our newest diamond, Fiana Brown. Where are you, Fiana?
Oh my goodness, I was ready to start clapping for people. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Eugene. Gosh, can it feel good to be home? Can you guys welcome me home?
And I love
Man,
the background, by the way.
Welcome.
Look at that. It's awesome.
you know what's funny? I didn't expect, all honesty, I did not expect to get on a call like this because I've been here, you guys. I've been here before. And it was funny because when my sister Sella's my baby sister, we're about 15 months apart. So I was the big sister always watching over her. But it's funny when she got me back on, she put me on a call with Chris Medina, and Chris Medina's like, "Hello, Diamond." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not Diamond yet." And he goes, "No, you are Diamond." And I was like, every single one of us is a diamond. It just hasn't hit the paperwork, right? So that's all we're waiting for, is to hit the paperwork. You guys, the story is hilarious. I'm going to tell you guys what not to do. Are you guys okay with that? Really quickly, what not to do? Okay, so Eugene's gonna sip his little cup there. As Eugene mentioned, Kina'u. Okay, I met Kina'u through a sister-in-law. You know how you're always trying to be number one to your sister-in-law? I was trying to be number one to my sister-in-law. I only have one. Showed up. She gave me one of those tickets. I was looking to have a transformation. Got on. Met the amazing Kina'u. And I thought, I've been in this industry long enough, but I've never had somebody that made me have so much fun, because it always felt like work. How many of you guys know that? It always felt like work until I met Kina'u and got in there. And, and then of course, he's got, like, when Eugene is saying that they're like trio, I call them the Three Musketeers out there slaying, him, Chris, and Eugene together, right? All of a sudden, Kina'u is like calling Eugene to get me on a call and pressures me. You guys, how many of you guys hate when people call you up and say, "You can do it, I bet you could go diamond," right? And most of us are like, "You just want me to build the business for you." Well, that was my mindset back then, but I did it. And I realized, why was I fighting for my limitations? They were really believing in me. I just did not believe in myself. And so you guys, anyways, I got there, went on the trips, had so much fun. The best place here, I've met Linda Dukes, right? I mean, so many of the amazing Julian. We went on trips. And then you guys, guess what I want? I did. We create things. Things are created twice, first in our mind and then in reality. I created in my mind that health was expensive, that Yoli was expensive. So I decided I was going to run off and find a solution for the money part for my team. Well, I left to go find a solution. And guess what? Yoli said, "You're not coming back." So you guys, they banned me. They banned me. Linda, I saw you in Punta Cana. You guys, this is when I say don't do what I do. Don't leave. Don't leave, because coming back is harder. I snuck in. I went in through somebody else that I've met, Eugene, just for the trips. You guys, just the trips. I'm going to say this. The friends that you make through business, the friends that you make through building a business are the best friends to have, because they see you go through the struggle. They see you grow and stretch yourself. Anyways, you guys, I get banned and I come back and I'm trying to sneak in. When I say I'm trying to sneak in, I do a LLC. All of a sudden, Yoli gives it compliance. We see that you're still fine on us, so we're gonna, I call it exiled me, right? So they send me back out. I'm like, what the heck? I figured out some things, but you know what I came back for? My little sister then calls me up. My little sister Sella. This is before she made a decision to go diamond. You guys, I made money. Making money is easy. You guys do it all the time. Making money is easy. But this is why I came back, right? This is why I came back. My little sister calls me up and she says, "Hey, I'm going to go diamond, but I need you back in Yoli because you're part of the story. You complete my story." How many of you guys remember Jerry Maguire? You complete me. That's why she was saying, she pulled the string on me. You complete the story. And I said, "They won't let me back. I tried 2 times and they evicted me twice," right? They evicted me twice. I was like, "It's cold out here. Let me back in. I need the BLP," right? And so she goes, I said, "If you can get them to do miracles, I'll come back." And you guys, I was coming back. Why? Because it was my baby sister. You guys know her story. I wanted her to win. She stayed and she stuck around, and she was always about helping people with their health. And I was just, "I'll come and build your pay leg. Just put me in your pay leg and I'll come and build it. But first get me back in." And she did that. She called Kinao. She has strings. It really is who you know. She calls Kinao, who knows somebody, and got me back in. Whew, that was the first thing. They accepted my application back in, right? And then I came in and that was it. I said, let's go to work. This week 1, we went to work. I told her, put me on your pay leg. I will build for you, because she already had some rolling over, right? And I said, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go do my thing. And then let's hit back up. I talked to her on a Saturday. Guys, this is where it got emotional. I talked to her on a Saturday and I said, how'd you do? And she goes, I think I did it. And I was like, okay, so you came up with how much? And she says, 9,775. I said, wait, where did you put me? And she goes, I put you with the family on her power leg. And she built her diamond all by herself. You guys, that's what Yoli does. You hear Robbie talk about, you are the star. That's what Yoli does. We can look at all the people who left Yoli, including myself the first time, right? They were all built right here. Because the minute you understand who you are, you're unstoppable wherever you go. And that is something I wanted to be a part of. Making money is easy, but there is no joy. Success without reward, without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So you guys, I was super proud of her. I said, I want to be a part of this. Good, I'm so glad to be in here. Then it was already planned. I'll go, this is me. I'm going to go diamond in September. We finished off August. It was the last week. She calls me up the last day. I was just thinking, don't ever let her vision, her sight impairment fool y'all. I was just thinking, why don't you go diamond too? I go, I flushed. I have 0, 0. You want me to do what? She goes, well, you got 2 eyes. I only have none. And we did it, you guys. We did it. This is what I did. I went to work. I just reached out. You guys know you only need 4. Why do we try to drag everybody? No. You want to enjoy life. I went to 4 people. And I said, I like you. I respect you. I want you on my team. You give value to me. I need 4 of you to say you want to do this. We have to go diamond in one day, because the girl with a vision doesn't have sight, but has vision, said we need to do diamond like in today. And we did that. I found 4 people who committed. What does diamond mean, you guys? Diamond does not mean you arrived. Diamond means you opened up shop. That's all diamond means. You just now opened shop. You invested, you started a legitimate business to open shop. Now you get tax write-offs. That's what I did. And we knocked it out. And then this was the amazing thing. Because I had the 4 that committed to me, I committed to the 4. And the goal was, these were 4, well, one of them is a return. We call it repeat offenders. A return, right? A return. But the rest, the other 3, you guys, there were new friends that I made along the way, right? And one of them happens to be here, and hopefully I can go ahead and introduce her and bring her on. She's our newest, latest diamond, right? After I hit diamond, Stella goes, well, now you got to do what I did. I broke a diamond after I hit diamond. I was like, this girl, right? Don't ever let your baby sister challenge you. So I reached out and I said, who out of the 4, who's ready to go? Because who's ready to open up your business, your diamond business? And let me introduce this woman. Amazing woman, 72. I don't know who the oldest diamond is. I don't know that she wants to say that. 72 years old, you guys. She actually had the first, I want to say the first Polynesian Tongan store here in Utah. We love to eat. That's why Yoli is good for us, because we're not going to stop eating. But she opened up, and so she's a natural business entrepreneur mindset. You guys, you know, Les Brown came. Look for quality people. Look for people that are business minded. Stop trying to meet them where they're at. Set the expectations, what you need. Business mind. Not I'm just trying the customer thing. Let them be a customer. But find individuals that are ready to rock and roll. This woman was. All of a sudden I said, laid out the plan, and then this is her. I'm ready to open up my diamond, my Yoli store. I said, you ready to go diamond? Yes. You heard me what I said, what is required? Yes. You need inventory? Yes. You need 4 people? Yes. You need gold? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Let's go. That's it. Yes, yes, yes. Check, check, check. If there's a no, then say, I'll come back to you when it's all yes. That's it. So let me bring her on. She's amazing to me. But first of all, make sure we did it right, you guys. I didn't sign her up. I had them come in and I had them try the product. Because if you're not sold on the product, forget it. Forget it. You're going to be a saleswoman and nobody wants that, right? So I had them come in. Sarah came and did her little demonstration. I don't know how she did it with her ice, but she did it. And Mele, I'm going to bring on Mele. Mele, you guys, her name is Stella Pau here, and that's how you say it is Pau. Pau. Stella Pau. I just called her Mele. So Mele, come in first of all and tell everybody what was your experience when you first, you guys, 72 years old, give her up. She just got herself a free Cabo trip too. I think that's what Robbie said. Mele, come on through. Tell everybody what was your experience. Tell them about the journey because you know I can talk. Go ahead, Mele.
First of all, I want to thank you, Fayana. She's been a coach for 1 year. She has coached me well and made me fearless. And as old as I am, I know millions of people. And 4 of them, they may be your niece or your nephews, but they did help me and be part of my being a diamond. The reason that I was sold, because when I drink that bottle with the passion in it, and I saw the demonstration, I saw everything, and I wanted to take. I came home with some samples, but on the way, I was drinking it and go shopping. And I usually get sore legs on my knees when I took a lot of time walking around the grocery store. I did not notice that, everything was smooth. I just walk here and there fast with my cart. And I came home and I took the passion for a couple of days, afraid that I might run out before my order actually get to me. So I went on that on Amazon and ordered me a box so that would keep me going until I get my first order. But that's what I have my husband's cousin. She did Yoli. I've known Yoli for a long time, and she lost I think almost 100 pounds, or her name was Kaloni. And so I know, and everybody knows Yoli, but I never think somebody never approached me. And but it was the coach. She had that meeting, and so I'm grateful, because at this age, I think I need Yoli more than you guys do. So it is I'm grateful. That's the only thing I could say. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for knowing Fayana and doing other stuff, coaching, and her spirits, and as she taught me, go forward, even though you think you might fail. And that's what I did. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, give it up to her. By the way, you guys, how many grandmas do you know? And she is a grandma, right? But how many women do you know who just want purpose in life again, who want to feel young, who want to feel alive? She tells me now her daughter's like, you really need to get out, Mom. She goes, oh, I am, because now I'm a diamond in Yoli. Yeah, you better watch me, right? And so I absolutely love it. And you guys, seriously, it is not who we are that holds us back. It's who you think you're not. So redefine who you are. right? Robbie says it, Eugene says it, Chris, Kinao, Linda, Wendy, everybody says you're a star. You are the diamond. But until you believe it yourself, you got to conceive it, believe it, and then you'll achieve it. You guys, I absolutely love what we do here in Yoli. What we do here is priceless. Like I said, we're about the people business. This is really the people business. You guys, I'm going to share one last story before I go. My physical transformation. I made the money, booked for a whole Hawaii trip, right? Paid full fare, took my family there because I had money. And then I went there, and you guys, this is in Hawaii. I've always wanted to do zip lining. Paid for zip lining. We go over there. Do you know what they told me? I was 20 pounds over the weight limit. Like, hello, this is Hawaii. Don't you guys have thicker rope? Right? So I had to get back on, get on the system. I am down. You guys, this is so not nice. Kinao, we're going to have a conversation about your island over there. But you guys, I am down literally 7 inches. Right? And y'all better watch out. We're going to be sizzling. I'm going to go back to Hawaii in December and ride that zip line. I want to give a shout out to Miss O, who brought in Selah. You guys, look around. Look around. Be intentional. Find people that have the common vision as you, common heart, and bring them in. The rest is history. Bring them to vision. Every one of my leaders will tell you they're not my business partner unless they're coming to vision. Why? I do them a disservice if I sign them up as business partners and they're not coming to meet the owners and the energy and the people, all the leaders that you guys see up here. That's a disservice if you're going to sign somebody up in the business and they don't come to conference to see what it really is to feel. You guys, I love you guys. Give it up to, the next 2. I'll give it to Kinao. I love these next 2 diamonds that are coming up. Woo! I've known them for forever. All right, you guys, we'll see you at Vision.
Thank you, Fiona. Wow, what a amazing story! And it's like I said earlier, twice is sweeter. Okay, it's always sweetest second time around. It's just the way it works. So, I'm excited about this because it really creates, what Chris has done in the very, very beginning, which is create that energy, create that excitement, create the gold rush. And that's what we've done is really focusing on the gold. And all of a sudden, guess what? The rank comes out. If you really help those and really help them get what they need, everything kind of pushes you back. So that's the beauty about our comp plan. That's the beauty about our products. And like I said earlier, we didn't even have the brand new products yet. What I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyhow, so what I want to do right now is, because the second half is going to be bonkers, because these stories, you've heard the stories, right, from Joanne, from Fiona and whatnot, and it's just amazing to hear these amazing stories of how long they've been in Yoli, or the second time around, the second coming, and whatnot, if you want to relate it like that. But this gentleman here, which is, part of our Four Musketeers, has really, ignited the fuel in Utah. And I told this gentleman many, many times before, like, Kinao, you better have the biggest group in Salt Lake City, because that is your home, brother. And this guy is putting his actions where his due diligence goes, because he is assembling the biggest team right now. Along with Sella and the rest of the diamonds that are popping out like crazy, like popcorn. He is leading that charge here in Utah. And I want to say congratulations, because the leaders get the less accolades, right? The less, thanks and whatnot, because they're leading the charge. Like Chris Medina, for example, no matter how much people say congratulations, like, seriously, these guys, they don't do it for that. They do it for a higher purpose, a higher calling. Chris, Fiona, I mean, you name it, right? Kinao here is not doing it for the accolades or for the praises and whatnot. He truly cares for people. And one of the things that really makes me proud is because of who he is and what he brings to the table, and how proud he is of his heritage, his background, and he's done exactly that. So without further ado, I want to bring on the big kahuna himself, aka Kinao Tollefson, triple diamond, soon to be blue diamond, Kinao, take it away, brother.
Oh. Guys, how about a big round of applause for the guy who got me involved, Mr. Eugene Hong, and all of these stories thus far. Please give it up, guys.
We love you,
Payana,
Kinao.
Sela, I love you guys too. I just want to say, brothers and sisters, aloha. And if you're from Tonga, malolele. And if you're from Samoa, chihu, talofa. And if you're from the Philippines, mabuhay. And if you're from Iowa, howdy. Okay, for our 4 white people that are on howdy, I love you guys. I love everybody. I love all the people, and that's one thing that you need to have to be successful is love. I know it sounds cheesy, but guys, love conquers all. Love wins the war, and love is what we do. It's part of our culture. And when Eugene talked about, having the aloha spirit, if you were to look up the definition of that, it's an unconditional love. It's ha means the breath of life. So when you say aloha, you're giving somebody the breath of life. With our products, we give people the breath of life. Sela, I just heard your story today. I can't wait to meet you and to hug you and to lift you up and throw you in the air, because I've heard so much about you and they've been bragging about you all this time. And I know that you're a businesswoman. Hearing your story makes me smile, makes me laugh, and makes me my heart warm inside. And I've been doing this now going on almost 30 years because I started when I was only 6 years old. Thank you, Sela, for laughing. There's going to be
You're
a lot of
welcome.
funny jokes, a
Can't
lot
wait
more
to
funny
meet you.
jokes. I can't wait to meet you. I'm so happy for this diamond position. Trust me. And before I introduce and bring on our last couple, the Karen and Scott, I just want to say this. When Gene called me, because I know there's a lot of, I'm gonna try and condense 29 years and the last 14 years into the next one Hawaiian minute. Okay, because I'm very skilled and I'm very talented. But for 3 years prior to 14 years being in Yoli, this gentleman, Mr. Eugene Hong, had called me for 3 years. And I have to give credit in this story because it's kind of a full circle moment. And for 3 years, I never answered any of his calls. Now, every one of those years, the calls came in weekly, sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3 times in a month, 4 times in a month for 3 years. And the reason why I bring this up is because doing this business, sometimes it takes 3 years for people to get in. But when I got in, I came in because of the product, in addition to the belief that I had in Eugene Hong. What the product did was it helped me. It literally transformed me, and I have been ever so grateful for this. It's these products here. This one is enzymes, which I love. But this one I'm going to marry if it becomes legal to marry products. Because if they say, would you like to marry me, Alkali? I would say, mwah. Yes, I would. You know why? This thing, I love it so much because it changed my life and it got me out from having gout. Anyway, another long story short, what happened was I had a desire and a passion to get all of my people on this. Why? Because they all suffer from gout. In Polynesia, Samoa is known as the happy people of Polynesia. Tonga is known as the friendly isles and the friendly people of Polynesia. So why not give these 2 groups of beautiful people, along with the Fijians? We'll get to Fiji someday, and New Zealand. We're going to open it up next year, and all of but my people needed this, because guess what? They're the happy and friendly people. Look at Payana, that energy. It's happy and it's friendly, and why not give? And then when they said, well, who do you know that you would want to make rich? And I don't like that word. I like to use the word wealthy. But in this case tonight, who do you know that you would want to make wealthy? Well, why not start with your family and your friends and your ohana and your ainga? And I'm so glad when Sela mentioned, who do you know? The 4 people. I know my nieces, my grandkids. Get them in. They deserve this product and they deserve to get wealthy. So with that being said, the mission statement of our company is to go out and find these people. I am so glad because I got to give props and credit before I bring these people on. There's one girl in particular that you've heard, and you're going to hear it because she single-handedly created a spark. Her name is Sela. Now, I'm going to get spiritual on you guys, and I don't rarely do this, but I believe that God preserved Sela for this very moment in time, because when COVID started, it literally threw our company, put a big clog in the wheel. And companies in our profession started closing their doors. Our company, not only did we survive because we have some really good, smart founders that had finances that they kept away for a rainy day. And guess what? It was thunder and lightning and raining throughout those COVID years. We all remember what we just came out of. And then it kind of just stayed that way. See my hand? It flatlined. Beep. You guys know what a beep? I'm doing a visual. Oh, speaking of the girl, it went beep. And then all of a sudden, God said, Sela, I need you to go beep, 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 beep. She brought birth and life back into our company because we had been beep for quite a while. Then all of a sudden, Sela goes, Kina, I want to go diamond. Now, she's been in for 11 years. And guess what? For 11 years, I heard that. Kina, I want to go diamond 11 year one. Kina, I want to go dive year 2. Kina, I want to go dive year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then all of a sudden, just recently, she said it again. And you know what I told her? Oh, that's so cute, Sela. You go, girl. Okay, bye-bye. Alwa. And then she called me again that same week. You know, I want to go diamond before conference. I said, oh, so cute. You go, girl. Okay, bye-bye. Then she got Fiana. And then on Friday, she called me. She goes, I think I went diamond. Beep, 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 beep. And then all of a sudden, she got the panels and she goes, clear. And then she bit somebody else. Beep, beep, beep. Guys, I'm using this heart analogy because that's exactly what she did. She brought life back into Yoli. And because of the action of one simple girl who had so much faith after 11 years, she all of a sudden said, I want to go a diamond. She started this little revolution that started. And guys, we don't have momentum. I don't like that word. What we have is energy and traction. Because this next couple, they called me right after that. Beep, 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 beep. Because guess what? If you think 11 years is long, try 14. That's them. I don't want to tell their whole story, but the beep, 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 all of a sudden, Sela went, Katoosh, clear. And then all of a sudden, Scott calls me up and he goes, all right, we're in. What do we do? What did Sela do? And this couple, guys, everybody that saw their flyer when they went diamond, they took a double take. When I called Corey, he goes, I had to look twice at the flyer. You're kidding me. Oh my gosh, it couldn't have happened to a better couple. We called Robbie right after we saw the back office where it said diamond. Robbie was getting onto a race car track in Nevada where he was about to be a co-host, co-writer, and the car was going to go at 160 miles an hour. And right before he got into the car, he said, guess what? Scott and Karen went diamond. What? Scott and Karen went. He goes, wait, what? I said, yeah, because Sela went clear, and they went beep, beep, beep. You guys get it, right? Gene, you like the heart analogy? I think it's great. Because she did that to Fiana. Fiana did that to Sela. Sela did that to Miss O. And Linda Dukes is now going beep, beep, beep. It's causing this, everyone's, heart to go up. And anyway, sorry. I'm just really excited. And I am also on, my bottle of thermal burn is there. I'm on 6 thermal burn. Because I go beep, beep, beep. And so anyway, Scott called me up and Karen, and they said, we are in. Stella literally jolted us into what do we do? And guys, they made it happen. And so I told them, I said, who do you know? 4 people that you want to get rich. Who 4 people? Well, we got family, my son, get them in. Let's get them to gold. I'm telling your whole story. So anyway, unmute yourselves and everyone, please welcome the only white people in my whole group. I'm just kidding. I have more people. Please give it up, guys. Please put your hands together for Scott and Karen David. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, canals, white people.
I love you guys. I love you
Love
guys.
you.
I love you guys.
We
So
still
tell
can't
us-
believe it.
You know what? Like everyone said, I'm just going to add it again and repeat it and confirm. It couldn't have happened to a better couple.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. We
I
love you.
am so, I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to just move on so I don't
Okay.
look like an idiot and start crying. But
don't.
please tell us why Yoli, what happened, when, where, why, who,
Okay.
when, what?
Okay, I can jump back. 2009, summer 2009. We were in no company at the time. I saw a video on the internet of Mr. Corey Citron. I had no idea who he was, and he just said, I'm in. They talked me into it, and I'm in. I didn't know what he was talking about or nothing, so I dug into it and found Darren Falter attached to Corey. And Darren is a very personal, close friend of ours. So I called Darren, and he just said, we're starting a company. You need to get in. So with my faith and my trust in Darren, we jumped in. There was really not a product. They were coming out with Truth. It was in the Blast Cap days, and away we went. 2009. And, it took us 15 years of reset, Eugene, to finally get here. Fiona got 1, we got 15, but we never left. We never left. So
Hallelujah.
we stuck around. And then they released the Better Body system, and Karen got a phone call from
Corey,
Corey,
I won.
and he informed her that she won the Better Body system challenge.
I
And we
remember
both
that.
received a paid trip to Cancun. And I think it was the first one of those incentive trips like that Yoli really did.
And that really got our business going. We kept bumping, and we just could never do diamond. It just anyway, go ahead.
Like
I don't-
Joanne mentioned, it's a roller coaster.
It is.
It was a roller coaster for us. What was the struggles? It's just work and time and fear. Nobody wants to talk to people, and just plain life gets in the way. I had a job that had me on the road almost 4 weeks every single month. I was on the road nonstop, well over 200 nights a year. And most of the time it was out of the country. So it became really a challenge to build a business from overseas. But excuses aside, it's hard work. And
That's worth it.
we just kept sharing with people and just kept going by our example. And we committed, we learned, we continued to share. And when it gets to a point when you see somebody and they call you on the phone and they are just in tears, thanking you for changing their lives with this Better Body system and the products that we have, that's what makes it worthwhile. We stuck around. We had no intentions of leaving. The BLP at these conventions, if you haven't experienced it, get ready. You're in for a treat. Those things just fire me up. And we'd come out of convention ready to go, and then I'd get on a plane and go to Japan for 4 weeks. And it just difficult. Just life got in the way. And
So like Canal was just saying, it was Stella. Stella called me. We've stayed really close with Stella. We love Stella. We love Canal. Well, both of them. You guys, you can't do it without your upline. So you got to have your upline to help you. Okay, I'm gonna cry. Sorry, go Scott.
oh, we called Canal. We called Canal and said, "What's up? What do we need to do?" He gets Stella on the phone, and next thing I know, she's texting us a picture of her whiteboard and says, "Here's what you need to do." And Karen says, "How did you do that?" She says, "Well, it's so big on my whiteboard, I can just kind of see." And she laid it out for us and said, "Here's exactly where you need to put these people, and here's what needs to happen." And whoa, lo and behold, Friday night at 10:45, our time, well, that would 11:45 Salt Lake time, 10:45 our
Yep.
time, we went diamond. And I still can't believe it. Karen can't believe it.
No.
It's just we've been waiting for this for 15 years. Convention after convention after convention, I'd sit in that audience and just say, that's where I want to be. And we tried and we ran, and finally, it's the perseverance. Stick to it. You just got to commit to it and just keep going. It's worth it. So believe in yourself, believe in your story, and just keep your excuses aside, because we got lots of them. We got 15 years of them. And you just need to stay away from other people's opinions and just
Stay positive.
stay positive and just drive. And we've got the products.
Positivity.
We have the products to do it for us. The products will do it. We've got the upline, Chris, Eugene, and of course, Kanau, Sela, Leata, Fayana, the whole group, the whole Polynesian group that put their arms around us and sucked us in. And here we are.
Guys, please give it up a big round of applause for our newest diamonds, Scott and Karen Davis, out in Arizona. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. I have one more story to tell about them. The next day when the system updated, it put their rank at Emerald, and I got a call from Scott, and I could hear Karen in the back going, "It says Emerald. I don't want to be Emerald. I want to be Diamond." So I was laughing because I was like, okay. So I called Yoli and I called Stephanie, and Stephanie goes, "Oh, it's because it's both 10,000 on each side. So the computer doesn't know which one is the power leg or which is the pay leg, because it actually did 20,000 even. So we had to offset it by doing a little order to put it in so that they could show, so the computer could read which one was the pay leg, and then go, oh, and then it hit diamond. And then we all hallelujah, and we said hallelujah, beep 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 beep, beep, and then hallelujah, and then they went off to their grandkids' a baseball game, and then all the founders were calling them while they were there, and when they finally hit, it was Linda Dukes. It was a joyous. Okay, I want to write a book. It was a joyous occasion, and we had the same with Liliu and Leata and all of the diamonds, because guys, it single-handedly took somebody who I like how Fiona put it. She can't see, but she has awesome vision. And you know what's funny? I'll share this last thing with you, and then I'll turn it over to Eugene. Is once, I guess because all of her other senses are heightened, this girl has a visual of everybody's group that we told her about. And she goes, "Oh, Scott, all you have to do is put this under Cindy, put this under Josh." And I'm like, "How do you do that? You can't see." And she goes, "And then put it under you, and then this goes, and then that volume goes under here. And then, well, for your sisters, like you have to do this and call her up and put it in." And I was like, oh my gosh, for somebody who can't see, she has this sixth sense or seventh sense about her. Because the biggest, I'm not gonna cry, I'm gonna go through this without shedding a tear. The biggest sense this girl has is massive love. Right? You're not gonna get me. You're not going to get me, Sela. She has massive love for everybody. Again, it's cheesy as it sounds, but guys, what love conquers all. Love wins wars. It's all about love. We love people, and it all started with Eugene. When I finally answered his call, and when I went triple diamond, I was like, "How is it that you put up with me for 3 years?" He goes, "Kanau, I knew that you would come in with the Aloha spirit. I wanted to build this company with the Aloha spirit." And look it up. It means love. When you love somebody, you're not going to leave them behind. That's why we let Fiona come back, because we love her. When you love somebody, guess what? You're going to say, "Open your mouth," and you're going to shove this product down. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, Sela. We don't shove. I'm just kidding. We don't shove products down people's throat. But guess what? If they have gout and you love them, you're going to force them to take it, because it's going to help with their health, because you love. Okay, that's my story tonight. God bless. Thank you, Scott and Karen. Again, Fiona, Sela, all the diamonds. Thank you so much for believing in us. Guys, for those of you who are seeing this, the Iowa, our children, sisters, and brothers of the corn, guys, we want to flood the stage with diamonds. We want to break it. We want to make sure that we have so many representatives, and there's still time. Because Scott and Karen called us last week, and now the qualification, it's 1 week. So find 4 people that you want to get wealthy with and make them massive bonuses, because that's what it is. And if you're going to make them wealthy, find the loved one, the love. Find the people you love the most. Start with the strangers later on. Start with your kids. Get them in, put them in those positions where we can build massive networks of love customers underneath them. Sorry, I know we went way late. I'm not going to apologize for that, because I think this was one of the most incredible calls. But I'll just sign off by saying I love every single one of you. God bless. Have a good evening. Back to you, my brother.
Wow. Scott and Karen, congratulations. I've been waiting for this day for 15 years. I kid you not. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. I want to add in something real quick, because I don't know if you caught this hint that was leaking within this group's call tonight. Okay. There are people waiting for a new product to arrive. They're waiting to go to conference. They're waiting. People are waiting to do things. The people on the call didn't wait for that. They made a decision. They made a choice. They created action to get a result. And most importantly, they had a reason for doing it. Those 3 things, right? The why, right? The decision, right? And then you need to commit to an action and to do it, to physically go out there and make the work happen. And as a result from that, they got a great result. Okay. Yep. So if you got the hint, these are the individuals that are catching their energy right now. They're catching the energy from the other person. Kinao has been sponsoring Scott and Karen for years, right? And sometimes it's not about us. It's not about us. It's about them. It's always about Scott and Karen. Yep. Not about Gene or Chris or Kinao. It's not about us. It's about them.
Yep.
When they heard someone else's story, that also took a long time, right? Something switched. Something changed. It came to a point where sometimes enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted. I'm just no more. I'm just tired of being tired, right? Yep. There's that threshold, okay? And then the result for that, they went and they got to work, right? Use this energy, borrow this energy so that you can see why you need to do this. I'm not saying go diamond. No. All I'm saying is make a commitment to yourself, to your family. Find a reason why you need to do this and why you need to have urgency in doing this. And then go out there and create massive action, solves all problem. That's point blank what it is. And it started with this guy, Chris Medina. And we're going to end it with Chris Medina on tonight's call, because this dragon, a.k.a. the new Terminator, T-1000, I'm telling you, man, this guy is killing it right now. And for those of you guys who are like, what is Chris doing? Pick his brain, get on his calls. You got to be plugged in to charge other things. Your phone won't work if it's not plugged in. I kid you not, right? This battery life, 38%, it's going to die if I don't plug it in. Your business is the same thing. If you're not plugged in, your business, like Kinao says, beep, you're going to get a flat line. And I love that analogy, Kinao. You got to say,
I know, right?
I'll be your agent. I'll make sure we get you a good deal.
I'm so clever. I can't believe it.
Which is amazing. Yeah. Chris Medina comes in with a defibrillator and gets you. All I gotta say is, Chris Medina, thank you, brother. Thank you to all our guests. Chris, take it away, brother. Close the call.
Chris,
so I would thank so much, but I would like to really congratulate all the brand new diamonds.
Yep.
Ayana, Scott, Karen, Joan, and Anthony. And then we have Sela, Melly. Congratulations to you guys. And I know Sela, Lulu. We have also A-List that hit it a couple of weeks ago. Guys, it's possible, like they said. Now, there's nothing special, guys, to what we're doing. We just need to commit. You know, God created us equally. You know, he didn't create a loser. You start believing in yourself, even though sometimes it's so hard. But you know, lean on those people that believe in you, and then just go to work. You know, go to work. You know, there's no secret on what we're doing, guys. We work hard, and after that one, you're gonna be like Eugene Hong, hardly working. In the beginning, you need to work hard. Okay, but guys, thank you so much. We're here to
Clever,
support
Chris.
you. Reach out to us, Kinao, dude. You're my inspiration. I'm giving you a good head start. Now it's up to us to catch up on you, ball. Thank you. God bless
Thank
everybody.
you.
All right, everybody.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Good
All
night.
right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Everyone.
you.
Yes. Ofa atu, everybody. Aloha.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Linda
Thank
Dukes.
you,
Come on, let's
everyone.
go.
Let's go,
Let's
Linda.
go,
Juliet and the
dudes.
children of the Selah. The
Yes.
power of one. The girl with vision. Woohoo.